Alright, let's see what this dude has to say. I get the feeling he's up to something. Hey guy. About this local gang activity. We seem to have more than our fair share. I'll answer your questions. Tell me about the Magnificers. Power-drunk fools, a lot of them. The Arbiters were bad enough, but the Magnificers are even worse. The Arbiters' interests were limited to theft and violence in the name of their cause. The Magnificers, they have power and they seem to relish in abusing it. Now that they've claimed the upper levels of the building, it isn't safe to travel beyond the ground floor. Several members of our congregation have been mauled to death by the Magnificers' pet spirits. Now we only travel in groups. You're safe down here, though. Yes. Trithemius needs the hub. To threaten his congregation would be to jeopardize his primary source of income. But the upper floors enjoy no such protection. They have become dangerous places to travel. Trithemius, I can't ask you about him. Tell me about the Arbiters. He lets out a heavy sigh. A pack of snarling animals dressed up as a polo club. I'd steer clear of them if I were you. Their ideology is loosely based on neo-communist movements from the past. In truth, I think that they just copied a few pages from an old Red Army faction handbill without ever bothering to learn what they meant. For all the rhetoric, the Arbiters are just another street gang. They shout for the sake of shouting. There's no real conviction there. If you came from outside, you probably bumped into their leader, a huge orc who calls himself Ulrich. He can seem reasonable, but I'd give him a wide berth. One more note, if I were you, I'd avoid being seen with the Magnificers. The Arbiters take shots at members of the mage gang whenever they see them. If you're not careful, you could find yourself caught in the crossfire. Should I be worried about this gang war thing? Seems kinda bad. While you remain in the hub, you have nothing to fear. You pay well for the use of this place, and neither gang would risk driving us away. And the rest of the building? If you choose to go exploring, I can't guarantee your safety. Okay. I recovered the parts for your terminal. Excellent, my brother. Let me see them if you please. The smile disappears for a moment as he studies the parts. His brow furrows in concentration. As suddenly as it disappears, the smile returns. Yes, these are the parts I need. Thank you, friend. I trust there was no trouble, that you were able to obtain them without bloodshed? Of course. We would never spill blood when we don't have to. Parsons' face lights up. Oh, that's wonderful news. Truly, truly wonderful. And now I have my end of the deal to uphold. If you're still hell-bent on meeting with Trithemius, take the stairs up to the 3rd floor. You'll find an abandoned apartment at the end of the hall. Look for the stylized M painting on the wall. It looks like 2 crude lightning bolts facing one another. That's Trithemius' personal sigil. There's an old bookcase at the very back of the apartment. Great! You need to know that. Under the second half of the bottom, you'll find a button that opens the door to Trithemius' hideout. How do you know all this? Because that abandoned apartment was once mine. In the days before I discovered the piece of communion, I was a very different man. I had need of such contrivances. His smile widens, but not anymore. Finally, I am at peace. Yeah, whatever. Come back anytime. Alright, 3rd floor. Show me what you got. So the only way to find that would have been to go through this quest. Oh, that's what this useless room is for. The only way to find this would be to go through with this quest, and the quest to get his stuff back. Oh, this seems like a fun room. And the only way to do that would be to probably kill those guys unless you had enough charisma or mage skill, I think it was. There was a second option besides charisma. Maybe it was strength. But most likely you killed them, whatever build you were playing. Not great. A real thin elf wearing a comically ornate wizard's robe stands at the center of the room. When he speaks, his voice wavers and cracks. So, you're the one who's been turning my home upside down. I assume that you'll come in search of my head at Ulrich's behest. I would warn you, stranger, he cannot be trusted. The trust is so 2053. Sounds like you're about to make me a proposition, though. Very perceptive. Yes, I do intend to make you a counter-proposal, and you'd be wise to listen to it. Ulrich may have a use for you now, but as soon as this no longer holds, he will kill you. He steeples his fingers, looking for all of the world like a kid in a Halloween costume. I would offer you an alternative. What is it that he has offered you for your assistance? I'm sure we can reach an equally beneficial arrangement. We need to get downstairs into the basement. Well then, our purposes run parallel. To reach the basement, you must use the elevator. The stairs will not reach it. There's no other way. When we took over from the Arbiters, I removed the power coupling from the elevator controls. Had to keep Ulrich out of his primary armory. In exchange, Ulrich removed the elevator control chip, a petty move, presumably to prevent us from accessing that same armory after he retreated. If you agree to kill him, I'll give you the part that I removed, then all you have to do is take the chip off Ulrich's stinking corpse. Trust me, that's the only way you'll ever lay hands on it. Once your usefulness to him has run its course, he will devote all his strength to crushing you. Honestly, Chief, I don't think I believe either of them. Neither do I. To show you how serious I am, I will offer you a further boon for dealing with Ulrich as he deserves. A magical item of great and inscrutable power. With it, you may call a powerful spirit to your side to defend you and to crush your enemies. Do my bidding, and this will soon be yours for the taking. No. I don't care about magic. Magic's dumb. Robots are the future. I made a deal and I'm sticking to it. Now let's get this shootout over with. Big mistake, pal. You're gonna burn for that. Alright, 98%. Wow. That's impressive. Conjurer, healer. Conjurer, healer. The healer is flanked, so goodbye. Good work. Okay, so grenade launcher is long range. Ooh. That looked like it was gonna do more damage than it did. As in a lot more. Like that. I like how the crit chance is 0%, although it just critted twice. Yeah, go for him. Maybe I can finish him off. Then I can get that conjurer last. Because that's the way I've been doing things, the opposite of what I intended. He's still in cover. Okay, that's fine. Oh, you're a conjurer too? And you conjured the dumb dinosaur beak thing? I mean, conjure a dinosaur, just not one with a beak. Yeah, okay. I get it. This too is cover. Great. Oh hey, that. Oh no, that amulet was there before. I was like, did the talisman or the summon count as a an amulet thing? 95 HP. Let's see. $67. Why so low? Really? Go for it. Boo. That's no good. Where am I? Okay, I am me. What's this do? Plus 3 AP, plus 2 movement. For 1 round. Not worth it. This is much more worth it. So's this. Yeah. Oh, so close. Okay, find the power coupling. Well, it's probably over by his body somewhere, but let's pick up everything. Trithemius' key. Trithemius' amulet. And some regular amulets. I'm gonna assume that there's not gonna be anything deadly in these doors. 62 yen, great. I can buy half a cup of coffee. Soy calf. Send it to the stash, because I can't do anything with it. Nobody else here can. Medical supplies, great. Huh. Leave it alone for now. Is anybody badly hurt? No, yeah. She's okay. Okay. Activate? Yes. On Blitz. Okay. Now take the medical supplies. Great. What's in here? 273 yen. Oh, rich man lives here. Send it to the stash. Trithemius' personal study. Alright, what do you got here? Elevator power coupling, great. Flamethrower 3. Force 4 Earth Elemental. Send it to the stash. I guess D-Trick is gonna be really useful on the next run. I wish I was picking up random spells from places before the end of the game. I mean, I'm assuming it's getting to the end. Go to the ground floor. Do I just put it in here, or... Apparently not. Apparently I have to give it to... What's-his-face outside. Hey, I killed a bunch of guys. Here's Trithemius' amulet. Nice work, friend. He raises the jewel high above his head, then hurls it to the ground. It explodes into a spray of dull, glassy shards across the concrete. Ulrich favors you with an ugly smile, then reaches into his pocket and fishes out a badly scuffed control chip. He hands it to you. Well, I'm a man of my word. Here's the control chip for the elevator. You slot this into the elevator terminal and you'll be good to go. Oh, and you'll also need to plug in the power coupling that Udi stole. You did grab that, right? I imagine it's still up there somewhere if you didn't. Yeah, Ulrich holds up a hand and shakes his head. Whatever, it's not my problem. I've got bigger things to worry about. Besides which, you've got the chip. I've held up my end. Without waiting for a response, Ulrich takes a step back and turns his head to shout at the toughs behind him. Listen up, boys. Our friend here just taught the wizard boy a permanent lesson about messing with the arbiters. A chorus of cheers erupts from the assorted gangers assembled behind Ulrich. So gear up, because we've got a goddamn building to take back. I'm not done with you. I've got trinkets. 12 amulets means 2,400 million in your pocket. Great. Okay. Let's take this door. No, that was vastly different. In no way. Alright, let's examine this elevator carefully. Prepare the elevator. Easily pry the metal casing away from the wall, exposing a mess of wires and circuitry. When you slot the control chip and the power coupling into place, the system immediately hums to life. The control panel's LCD screen flickers, cycling through a variety of symbols before finally displaying the word online in warm green letters. Great. Let's go then.